Oof, 1K subscribers. Now that's a milestone. And Brewing Habits, we've made it. So I just want to say thank you for everyone who has gotten me to this point, for watching my videos, for subscribing, for learning about coffee with me, and for commenting and just being there for me. It's been an interesting journey for sure. Let's take a trip down memory lane and look at my first Brewing Habits video. So what is a brewing ratio? Well, let's Google it. I want to find a brewing ratio for the French press, so I'll just type in French press ratio, and the first thing I see is, bam, 1:15. As you can tell, it was kind of badly colored. I looked very stiff. I was kind of reading from a script that I had memorized, and it just looked very raw and unfinished. The content was great, but the production value was quite lacking, and I just felt not in my element while recording it. Now let's fast forward and compare it to one of my more recent videos on brewing habits. Sometimes you need to brew coffee for 5 extra people, 20 extra people, 100 extra people. Where do you start? What do you do? What are the options? I'm a bit more comfy in the way I speak. Color looks great. Videography is way better. I'm interacting with the edits that I create, and guess what? There are nice editing moments in this video here. To share my growth, let me just focus in on one aspect of video creation, which is the way I speak to the camera. I used to memorize a script before, and then I tried out some bulletin points, then I had a teleprompter, and now I'm back to bulletin points but with a way more relaxed feel in front of the camera. And this is just one aspect of video creation that I am constantly striving towards to get better at and improve. So what kind of videos are you going to expect from Brewing Habits in the future? Well, I'll be creating brewing guides, and I've already created one brewing guide, and it's the AeroPress brewing guide. And I've realized over the time that I want to create an even better brewing guide. It's really about the way I craft a brewing guide and how it really helps you to learn the concepts of coffee that I want to focus on. Not just the specific steps of a brewing guide, but the iterative process of learning consistently from the way that your coffee tastes and changing your recipe accordingly. And this is a huge problem, in my opinion, with brewing guides right now. And I'm not going to go too much into it, but I think I have a solution to the problem, and you'll see that in the near future. What I've realized is that for me, consistency is key over intense spurts of creation. I enjoy the more refined, longer videos that I can create that really give a lot of value to people, and I'm going to strive towards making more of those videos in the future. I would also try using the community tab now that it's unlocked for me with 1K subscribers, and just have a bit more interaction with the YouTube community. I'm also going to continue creating content for Patreon, so more behind the scenes and the thoughts of the ideas that I come up with and what my future videos will be on. I'm gonna keep being really curious about coffee. So I've been exploring a lot of things like rice in coffee and pre-ground beans. Actually, not rice in coffee, but rice in coffee grinder to clean the coffee grinder, and pre-ground beans. And in the future, I want to play around with spices, blends, and teaching roasting. And I think that there's a lot of potential with just pushing the boundaries of coffee and trying out new things. What should you not expect from Brewing Habits? The one thing that I do not want to do is create videos that look into the comparison between equipment. Because in my opinion, you can brew coffee with pretty much any equipment out there and get a really good cup of coffee if you know what you're doing. An interesting fact is that a lot of YouTube channels on average take around 22 months to reach the
1K subscriber count. And looking back at my journey, even though it felt long and sluggish and just like a slow grind to this mark, I got there in 16 months. Like, the 1K subscriber goal is not the goal, it's just the beginning of the journey. So I need to just stay consistent, create rad content, and do more coffee stuff, and just keep on going and add another 0 to that 1,000 for 10,000. So thank you for being with me in this journey, and I hope that you stick around and learn something about coffee, maybe comment here and there and share your own coffee knowledge with people, because that's what it's all about, just teaching people about how to brew really good coffee to then elevate the whole scene. So I'll see you in the next video. Yep.